Oh, baby, you. Rest in peace, Bismarcky. Well, this is Crazy Glamour 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at game number 6 in our 20 from 1990 series. This is a football game, and this was really pretty cool. It had some simplified plays and not very many of them to choose from, but this is still a pretty cool game, and this is called High Impact Football. This was created by Williams and involved a lot of the uh, designers that made like Narc and would later make Mortal Kombat for Midway. But this was kind of cool. You could play 4 players simultaneous play in this game, and that would be 2 players for each team. And there are like a total of, I think, 20 different plays. So not very many to choose from, but there's a hell of a lot of bells and whistles and really, really nice graphics. I definitely remember seeing this in arcades. There was a sequel called Super High Impact Football, and we'll have a look at that probably later on when I redo the 20 from lists later on. And there is a manic announcer. He says some pretty funny stuff. And his name is Manic Max. I don't know who does his voice, but there are 15 different teams you can choose from. And I don't know that you get any advantage over another team. But they are Atlanta, Chicago, Denver, Detroit, Kansas City, LA, Miami, New York, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Texas, Washington, Africa, Canada, and Europa. Interesting. But we're going to play as San Francisco. I don't know why, just cuz. But I'm only going to play player 1 here. Now, when a team kicks off, or when you kick off, there will be a power meter that you have to rapidly hit the button, and there is only one button and one joystick. And see these 9 plays on offense, and the computer choosing between the 9 plays on defense. Now, you move the quarterback around with the joystick, and you just point in the general direction with the joystick. Oops, I didn't mean to jump backwards. And you try to point towards the receiver you're going to throw to, and you press the button to throw. And when you're running with the ball, you press the button to jump to try to avoid tackles as you're running away. This has really funny dialogue in this. I like this game. The noise factor and the crowd that gets into it, and the funny dialogue from the announcer Manic Max really kind of sells this game for me. But you also need to rapidly press the button to increase the power meter for simply field goals, or punts, or kickoffs. It gets harder to build up the power. The button doesn't build up the meter as quickly as you'd like it to later on in the game, or as the game progresses. The defenses are not very good in this game, whether it's you or the computer. You can often throw to a guy that's covered, and he'll still be able to catch it. Later on, this is a little less likely the case, and it can get intercepted. You will be prompted to add more credits to increase time, and I let the time run out, and so my game will end. And the final score was me 7, the opponent 0. And the opponent is smacking himself upside the head with with a board or something. And here are the stats, and you earn money instead of points. You don't get to spend the money or anything, it's just your score. And you don't get to put in your initials unless you complete a game, which is kind of lame. Even if you had enough score to be on the high score list, which I did. But we're going to basically pick up where I left off, and I'm going to complete a whole game. Somebody apparently swore. This game is funny. This obviously does not have an NFL license. And here's a punt by the computer team. Yeah, if you're about to be tackled, then yeah, use the jump button to try to jump out of it. This really had great sound effects. You can hear the players slamming into each other, and it sounds just like in an NFL game. And you hear them calling out plays too, or audibles. Just wonderful sound effects. Very funny. His helmet flew off. Very funny bells and whistles. Come on, punk. No, I still got a first down. I didn't get it in the end zone. But yeah, use a lot of pass plays, especially early on. Like I said, the defenses aren't very good. You can usually throw to a covered guy early on in the game, and they'll still catch it. You can do some running plays as well. Just a noisy, funny game with a great sense of humor. Some great graphics, great animation. Yeah, it becomes harder to build up the power meter later on in the game, and you're going to really exhaust yourself wailing on that button. But yeah, you will get like, I think it's 110 seconds or so per credit, and once that runs out, then you have to spend a continue. You don't have to spend a continue when a quarter runs out. You'll just start the next quarter. Get up, wimp. The dialogue is very funny in this game. I don't know why he does a Tarzan yell. But the different plays on offense are, there is blast, option pass, cross, reverse bomb, superfly, zone buster, blowout, and sweep. And then there's punt and field goal. And even if you don't need, even if it's not fourth down, you might still have punt, or you might still have field goal in your pop-up on your offensive list when you're in the red zone. And then, looky here, am I going to get in? Yes. What a funny game. The defensive plays are 4-3, zone, prevent, blitz, goal, shift, safety blitz, suicide, and anti-bomb. And then below the plays there will be your credit time remaining. This is in the play select screen, which is here. And then there's insert coin, insert coin, insert coin, and that's player 2, player 3, and player 4 if they want to join in. They can join in at any time. And we'll look at a little bit of multiplayer later on in this video. And at the top, you'll see the score at the top left and top right. You're down to go quarter time on your actual game clock, not your credit clock. and then where the ball is at on the field. Yeah, test that defense early. And there's the credit clock at the bottom left. And once that runs down to 0, you have to spend a continue. Or spend a credit to continue. And if you let that time run out, then your game will end. And you won't be able to put your initials on the high score list. It would have been cooler if you could, like, buy some, I don't know, maybe upgrades to your, or get better, I don't know, better helmets or something. Buy something with the cash that you receive in this game. But oh well, I still love the bells and whistles, the sound effects, the goofy dialogue, the screaming announcer guy, Manic Max. But we'll see me play a full game here. And they get a field goal. Just a very funny game. It definitely has the feel of a Eugene Jarvis era Williams or Midway game. I can't name all the staff that was involved in this, but I'm sure I know at least Eugene Jarvis was involved with this. I think there was Larry DeMar is another guy. Lot of other guys that went on to make like Mortal Kombat and Smash TV and games like that. Yeah, the crowd can get particularly nuts when there's a sack or a long completion or a touchdown or whatever. The halftime isn't really special. I don't care. This game's still fun. But yeah, the defense does get better as the game wears on. There may actually be interceptions. All you can really do is press the button when you're on defense. Press the button so that you can switch to the guy that you control, and then just try to move around and get to where you think the open receiver is going to be, or where the quarterback is going to throw to that guy, and try to get close to there, and then press the A button so you try to jump and pick it off. But much of the time you're not going to be able to get there in time because the quarterback throws the ball real quick. And I forced another punt.
Oh, man!
Yeah, it would be quite a while until before the arcade football games would start to get NFL licenses. And NFL Blitz is the only one I can think of. That was 7 years later after this game. Of course, there would eventually be home system NFL games by this point, with the NFL license like Tecmo Bowl or Super Tecmo Bowl. you want to see, a video of Tecmo Super Bowl, I have that on my 20 from the Nintendo Entertainment System list. Check that out if it behooves you. Yeah, definitely remember seeing this in arcades. I think the first place I saw it was at Nickel Arcade. It was definitely getting some play. I watched a little bit of it and I cracked up just because of the funny dialogue and Manic Max's delivery. He definitely looks like he's patterned after Hank Williams Jr., who of course did the Monday Night Football theme, I think right around this time. He eventually was dropped because he said some pretty controversial things. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Monday Night Football back in the day when it was on ABC. It was, of course, popular before then, back in the 70s, but graphically it was really, really impressive as the 90s approached. The giant football helmets landing on the turf and smashing into each other. I just loved that. Yeah, I have really no strategy for. I don't really know plays very well at all. I have no real hints to say, use this play at this time, use this play at that time. All I can tell you is, test the defense early in the game, because the defenses are not going to be very good. Yeah, they should have gone for it, but they're just going to punt it away. Oh man. I probably saw Super High Impact Football at the arcades as well. I can't remember right off the top of my head what differences there are between that and this one. But yeah, after this after this is finished, then we'll see. I'll show you the multiplayer. I'll play 4 players at one time. Can I get a first down? Yeah. 4th down. Yeah, now you see a punt up here at the top left. I am going to punt it. Oh, that was not very good. You have to wail on the button harder and harder as the game progresses. I gotta spend another continue. Yeah, you get like either 100 seconds or 110 seconds per credit. Something like that. Yeah, this had some of the best sound effects for an arcade football game. I kind of have a fondness for Tecmo Bowl, the arcade game. I've done a video of that one, of course. And I'm thinking they might score a touchdown in the waning moments. Yep, there they go. Yeah, celebrate like your team's actually in front, but you're not.
And it's good.
Yeah, I sometimes, if I'm watching a football game and I see a player celebrate after a touchdown and their team is like way, way, way down in the game, I just kind of laugh at them. Oh, that was pretty bad. I gotta start at my 1. Can I get out of the shadow of my own end zone? Yes. I hope you're enjoying playoff football. Kind of stands to reason that we've got a football video for game number 6. Not a whole lot of teams that look really impressive in the postseason thus far. The Niners are probably the best looking up to this point. My Bills certainly didn't look all that great. They had way too many turnovers. Made the game a lot closer than it should have been. I'll give the rookie for Miami some props. He definitely looked really good. Might be a quarterback controversy in Miami. Might be him in the future instead of Tua Tagovailoa or whatever his name is. I like the way that the players celebrate after a big play. Will I be able to get in the end zone? Maybe I'll get a touchdown in the waning seconds. No! Picked off. Oh well. Yeah, celebrate, coach. Your team is down 18 points and you have 3 seconds left. Yep, that's the game. He's smacking himself on the head with the little board, whatever that is. And some gal getting friendly with the player on the left. And there's all the stats at the end. And I made a lot of money that time. Now I'll definitely get my initials put in that high score list. I'll be at number 1 standing. That is High Impact Football by Williams. And a lot of the creators who did Williams games around this time were involved with this, and they would go on to work for Midway a little bit later on. That is High Impact Football by Williams, and had a sequel called Super High Impact Football later on. And I can't remember if that was still credited Williams or if it was then credited to Midway. But at any rate, we're going to have a look at some multiplayer now. And like I said, if you put in 4 credits, and I didn't put the 4th in yet, but there will be 2 players on each team that you can control. And you will flip a coin if you have multiplayer for heads or tails to see who gets the ball. And you press, I think, up for heads and down for tails to call it. Yeah, we'll just look at a little bit. We won't look at very much of multiplayer. I have the controls mapped for all the players the same. Quarterback sacked. The player punches the football. Just some very funny touches in this game, and great sound effects. This is just like the ultimate in bells and whistles, and I just purposely wanted to show you what a safety looks like. Oh, Got a good kick that time. Those are ugly colors with the orange and yellow team. It's Kansas. But that is High Impact Football by Williams in 1990, game number 6 on our 20 from 1990 series. Well, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you join me soon for game number 5. Y'all take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.